Do you feel that it's becoming increasingly difficult to maintain your balance? That your body gets tired faster when you spend too much time standing? Or that your muscles no longer have the same strength and firmness as they did a few years ago? If you're in your 40s, 50s, or beyond and have started noticing these changes, know that it's completely normal, but also entirely reversible. The good news is that you don't need to join a gym or do long, exhausting workouts to improve your strength, stability, and movement quality. There are simple, safe, and highly effective training strategies for this stage of life, and one of the most powerful is working with isometric exercises. Isometric exercises are movements in which the muscle is activated and held under tension for a period of time without any joint movement. In other words, you hold a position, usually a challenging one, for a few seconds, and during that time, the muscles work intensely even without moving. This brings incredible benefits such as deep muscle strengthening, improved stability, better postural control, and joint reinforcement. Best of all, this type of exercise is low impact, meaning it doesn't overload your knees, shoulders, spine, or hips, making it ideal for people over 40. Additionally, isometric exercises can be done at home, in a small space, without equipment, and can be adapted to your current fitness level. You can start with just 10 seconds per exercise and gradually increase your capacity and duration over time. This is the kind of practice that respects your body, but at the same time challenges you to build a solid foundation of strength, balance, and safety. In this video, you'll learn the 10 most effective isometric exercises for people aged 40 and up, with step-by-step explanations, posture and breathing guidance, and a quick routine suggestion to fit into your day. All exercises were selected for their direct effects on your mobility, pain prevention, and functional strength, meaning the kind of strength that really makes a difference in real life, like carrying groceries, climbing stairs, getting up from a chair, or walking with confidence. So stay with me until the end, because besides learning how to safely perform each movement, you'll understand exactly how to combine them into an efficient, short practice that will transform the way you move. Are you ready to join this strengthening journey? Because your body can absolutely gain more strength, balance, and vitality. And it all starts with simple steps like the ones you're about to see. Exercise 10, Assisted Isometric Squat. This exercise is excellent for strengthening the thigh and glute muscles, as well as improving knee stability and postural control. It simulates the movement of sitting and standing, something we do several times a day, and prepares your body to perform this action with more strength and less effort. To do it, stand in front of a chair, wall, or another firm surface that can serve as support. Spread your feet shoulder width apart and keep your arms in front of you to help with balance. Slightly engage your core to protect your lower back. Keep your chest open and your shoulders relaxed. From this position, bend your knees and lower yourself slowly as if you were going to sit, but stop just before touching the chair. Your goal is to keep your knees aligned with your feet without letting them go past your toes. Hold this position for 15 to 30 seconds while breathing normally. To come back up, push the floor with your heels without using momentum. Rest for 30 seconds and repeat 2 to 3 times. This movement strengthens your body's foundation, reduces the risk of falls, and prepares you for climbing stairs, walking, and maintaining leg firmness over the years. Exercise 9, Knee Plank. The plank is one of the most well-known exercises for strengthening the core, but for beginners or those who want to avoid strain, the version with knees supported is the best choice. This exercise activates the deep abdominal muscles, stabilizes the lower back, and contributes to a more upright and firm posture. Start by lying face down on a mat. Place your forearms on the floor with your elbows aligned with your shoulders. Now, rest your knees on the ground and lift your torso until you form a straight line from your shoulders to your hips. Contract your core and keep your neck aligned with the rest of your spine, looking down. Hold this position for 15 to 30 seconds while breathing steadily. If needed, start with less time and gradually increase. Do 2 to 3 repetitions with a 30-second break in between. This exercise helps reduce lower back pain, improves spine stability, and strengthens your body's center. Exercise 8, Sustained Heel Raise. This simple yet effective movement strengthens the calves, improves balance, and activates the muscles that help you stay steady while walking or standing for long periods. Start standing with your feet hip-width apart. Use a nearby chair or wall for support if necessary. Keep your torso upright, engage your core, and slowly lift your heels, rising onto your toes. Hold this position for 10 to 20 seconds while breathing normally. Then slowly lower back down until your heels touch the ground. Perform 2 to 3 repetitions. You can increase the duration as you get stronger. This exercise also helps with circulation and reduces the risk of tripping or losing balance. Exercise 7. Static glute bridge. This exercise targets the glutes, lower back, and the back of the legs, making it great for relieving tension in the spine and strengthening your body's foundation. Lie on your back on a mat or carpet, bend your knees, and place your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Keep your arms relaxed at your sides. Contract your glutes and lift your hips until you form a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Avoid arching your lower back too much. Aim to keep the contraction firm and the movement controlled. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds. Lower down calmly and repeat 2 to 3 times. This exercise improves control in the lower back area, increases hip stability, and supports movements like walking, climbing stairs, or even safely carrying objects. Exercise 6. Side plank with knee on the floor. This exercise targets the sides of the abdomen, the obliques, and also contributes to spinal stability and trunk control during rotational movements. Lie on your side with your forearm on the floor, aligned with your shoulder and your knees bent. Support yourself on the forearm and the knee closest to the floor. Lift your hips until you form a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Keep your core engaged and your torso firm without letting your hips drop. Hold this position for 15 to 30 seconds, then switch sides. Perform 2 to 3 repetitions on each side. This exercise is excellent for anyone who wants to improve balance, reduce lower back pain, and gain more stability when walking or doing daily twisting movements. Exercise 5. Static row with towel or band. The isometric row with a towel is more than just a back exercise. It's postural re-education. By the age of 40, many adults begin to feel the accumulated effects of years spent in front of a computer, poor posture while driving or using a phone, and the general sedentary lifestyle that often comes with daily routines. Shoulders start to round forward, the chest closes in, and the back muscles, which should be supporting our upright posture, begin to weaken. The result: pain, tension, fatigue by the end of the day, and a look of chronic tiredness. With just a simple towel or light resistance band, you can reverse this scenario. The static row activates the muscles that pull the shoulders back and keep the shoulder blades engaged, such as the rhomboids, lower trapezius, and rear deltoids. It also improves body awareness, helping you sense where your posture is in space, something many people lose over time. The ideal position is with your feet firmly planted, your core lightly engaged, and your shoulders away from your ears. The tension on the towel should be constant, not just at the start of the movement. Imagine trying to stretch out a rubber band that resists. This consistent resistance stimulates the muscles without impact, which is perfect for more sensitive joints. As you repeat this exercise a few times a week, you'll notice not only improved posture, but also more efficient breathing. That's because opening the chest allows for better lung expansion, something essential for anyone who feels out of breath even during light activities. Additionally, upper back pain, the kind that never seems to go away, tends to ease as these muscles stop being inactive. If you want to increase its effectiveness, try adding a slight scapular retraction before beginning the isometric hold. That means pulling your shoulders back and slightly pinching your shoulder blades together, like you're trying to hold a pen between them, and only then applying towel tension. Another great benefit is how easy it is to fit this exercise into your day. You can do it in the morning as part of your warm-up, in the afternoon to relieve tension from sitting, or even at night as a way to relax your neck and upper back. In under a minute, you activate muscles that make a real difference in your movement quality and posture appearance. Exercise 4. Wall sit. Few exercises activate as many muscles with such efficiency and safety as the wall sit. Although it seems simple, just sit against the wall, it requires strength, endurance, and focus. After age 40, maintaining leg strength becomes a top priority. Losing that strength means losing independence. With weak leg muscles, everyday tasks become difficult. Climbing stairs becomes a challenge. Getting up from the couch requires using your arms for momentum, and even walking long distances can cause pain. The wall sit strengthens your quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings, and it also requires activation of the core and lower back muscles. This happens because holding a static position with your legs at 90 degrees demands constant strength without impact or repetitive motion. Perfect for those with sensitive knees or hips. A common mistake is sliding down too far and letting the knees go past the toes. This can overload the joints. Proper alignment with the knees directly above the ankles and the entire spine supported by the wall ensures the exercise is safe and effective. With every second in this position, your muscles learn to hold strong, which translates directly into better standing stability and confidence. With practice, you can play with variations. Add a pillow between your knees to activate activate the adductors, inner thighs. Lift your heels while in position to target the calves, or even close your eyes for a few seconds, which challenges your balance and activates proprioception, your body's ability to sense where it is in space. And if you think 30 seconds isn't much, try holding it for 1 minute. The effort you'll feel in your legs is comparable to full sets of squats, but with complete control and no impact. And that effort turns directly into functionality, climbing stairs with ease, carrying bags without fear, staying steady when slipping. The wall sit is like an insurance policy for your legs. And the best part? You can do it while watching TV, listening to music, or even waiting for the microwave to beep. Exercise 3. Biceps isometric. Hold with bag or lightweight. Strong biceps mean functional arms, and functional arms represent independence, perhaps more than any other part of the body. Imagine someone who can no longer hold an object for a prolonged period, needs help lifting a water jug, or avoids carrying groceries. Lack of strength in the upper limbs directly impacts autonomy. The biceps isometric hold offers a simple way to solve this. You can use a regular bag, a sack of groceries, or any moderately weighted item. The most important part is to create tension without movement. Hold the load with your arms bent at 90 degrees, tight against your body, and activate your biceps as if trying to flex even more, but without moving the joint. This constant effort, sustained for 20 to 40 seconds, generates a deep stimulus that builds strength and muscular endurance. This isometric hold also protects the elbow tendons and helps prevent overuse injuries, common among those who train with poorly executed reps. The advantage here is total body control with no risk of jerking or compensations. The exercise also helps firm the forearm muscles and improves your grip. That might sound like a small detail, but think about how many times a day you need to hold something: opening a bottle, holding a bus handle, supporting your body weight when getting out of bed. Strengthening your arms guarantees safety and convenience in those moments. And if you want to take it up a notch, try doing the isometric hold with one arm at a time. This forces your core to compensate for the weight and activates the obliques, the side abdominal muscles, promoting stability and coordination. Exercise 2. Static warrior pose, adapted yoga. This exercise has a poetic name but a very real physical impact. Inspired by traditional yoga, the static warrior is a true lesson in conscious strength. When you hold this pose for 30, 45, or 60 seconds, you discover that balance and strength are not only in the muscles, but also in your mental focus. The beauty of this exercise lies in its integration. It works the glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, adductors, core, shoulders, lower trapezius, and even the stabilizer muscles of the ankles. By keeping the front knee bent and the back leg extended, you demand proper hip alignment. By opening the arms, you increase postural awareness in the shoulders. And by keeping the torso stable, you activate the deep muscles of the abdomen and lower back. Additionally, this pose actively stretches the front of the hip, an area that tends to shorten over time, especially in those who sit a lot. Strengthening and stretching at the same time is the perfect formula for a balanced body, and this exercise does exactly that. You can do it anywhere, in the yard, in front of the TV, or in a hallway. You only need about 1 meter of space, and regular practice of this posture translates directly into more stability while walking, greater confidence when turning or changing direction, and better control in situations of imbalance, like stepping onto a moving bus or slipping on a wet floor. Exercise 1. Seated core isometric hold. This final exercise is a hidden gem, quiet, impact-free, and seemingly simple, but when done correctly, it's one of the most powerful on the list. Sitting on the edge of a chair with your feet slightly elevated and your core engaged, you force your body to stabilize itself without the support of your legs. This requires intense work from the deep core, especially the transverse abdominis and the lumbar multifidus muscles that are the true seat belt for your spine. Keeping your feet lifted and your torso stable without wobbling or losing posture also strengthens the hip flexors, which are essential for walking, climbing stairs, and getting out of bed. When these areas are weak, the body starts to compensate with the lower back, and that's when pain begins. Over time, try holding the position for 30, 40, or even 60 seconds. Alternate with short breaks. This type of exercise teaches the body to stay aligned even when tired. And that's exactly what protects you in everyday situations. Lifting heavy objects, squatting, twisting your torso, or simply maintaining correct posture at work.